Hey, what's up, YouTuber guys? How's it going? So tonight I've got my Wraith on the table. I did a video a few days ago with the Wraith that I uploaded, and it was an older video of it the way it was. And I can tell you honestly, I have this Wraith has been a lot of work, and I put a lot into it because it's nothing like what it originally started. This was a Axial poison spider Wraith, about 3 years old, and so it's evolved into. It's not even an Axial product anymore. The only thing original on this Wraith is the AR-60 axles, and I still have the skid plate underneath that's original. But other than that, it's there's nothing else left original on it. Now, I got my little list real quick so that I can go through and tell you what I've done to it recently. So, on the last video, the reason I uploaded it is I kind of also wanted to document and show how it was running. And one of the problems I had with it, it just peters out, especially when I get on a tough climb. It doesn't seem to have that power to get it up and over. So here's the changes I made. So I made a list so that I can go through it real quickly and not make this too long. It now has a 550 motor in it, 35 turn. Now I didn't go with the any of these expensive motors because this is not a competition crawler, but it is the only real crawler I have. I guess you would say, as far as you know, a truck that I would put out, on a tough climb or hill or rocks or anything like that. So this is the one that I have the best one. The other ones I have are all basically trail trucks, going through shrubs and around bushes and stuff like that. Uh, and then the TRX is a really good one. And then this is the one that I've put the most work into. So it's got the 550 35 turn motor, and I did change out the receiver, and I swapped it out and now has the old traction hobby because this transmitter does have um, the ability to how do you say it, to set like endpoints and set how fast you want it to go, how slow you want it to go. So, and it's a 3 channel. I'm never going to have a lot of stuff on here other than the LED light. That's the only thing I needed. So I don't need like 6 channels. So I swapped it out. On the other one, I need the 6 channel because I'm going to do a lot of lights on it and a lot of accessories on the traction one. So that's got a 6 channel now. Another thing I did is I put the spacers on here. So these are 15 millimeter hex adapters to push the wheels out further, wider. So it gives me a little wider stance and it helps from tipping. And it also keeps, in the past, the wheel was hitting the rod ends, the plastic rod ends, and it was really eating them up pretty bad. So now the rod ends don't hit the inner wheel, which has a nut on it, and so that was causing me a problem. So the 15 millimeter hex adapters push the wheels out, a wider stance. The only thing I did with the axles is a diff cover. I've got a 25 kg um, servo on here. That's the Animos from Amazon. It's not an expensive one, but man, it gives it. It works really nice. I mean, it has a 1080 Hobby Wing ESC, which is programmable. So that's nice because I can also make adjustments on that. Um, and then also I changed out all the gears. The transmission now is full metal gears, and the pinion is also changed out. It's now a 17 tooth pinion with an 87 tooth spur gear. Before it was an 80. So that's changed out. I've also changed out the shocks. I wanted smoother shocks on it. These are the Red Cat Gen 8 shocks. I had two that I had left over from a different build. So I've got those on the front, which these are really nice and soft for this truck. Really, really good. And then the rear ones I custom made out of a lot of leftover parts. I always save shock parts. So I custom made these for the rear. It has MIP drive shafts, Axial aluminum links. It's got the metal wheels, and these are steel wheels. And then it has Pitbull tires, 2.2 Rock Beast tires, and it has a two-stage foam. So one of the things I was having before is the whole thing was too soft. Now I've got the harder foam on the inside so it doesn't collapse, but still really nice and soft on the outside. So that's a two-stage. These are from Proline, two-stage foams. Added some stickers and gas can to it. Oh, and then last but not least, I know that this is going to help out. Now I've never tried this battery, so I don't know, but it's brand new. I just got it. So it's a 3S battery. That's something that I know was lacking on this truck, was having 3S power. I was running it on a 2S battery, and it's just not enough juice, especially for a heavy truck, aluminum. You know, this is all metal. The cage is all metal. The tins I made, custom made myself. It's all magnet on the hood. So yeah, so she's ready to roll. I can't think of anything else, so I still went a little longer than what I wanted. Apologize for that, but anyway, it is what it is. So I'm looking forward to taking it out and see how it does now. I recently made a new windshield for it, and I've got, last but not least, since the video is long already, I've got a new driver in there. I call him Biff. Um, no pun intended to you Biffs out there. Uh, got a rifle, sleeping bag, fishing pole up in the front here. And so she's sweet, man. I mean, hopefully the changes I made will help it be a better crawler. She kind of sits pretty low too. A lot of the Wraiths sit up really high. This one sits pretty low. I've got the links as far back and far forward as I can get them so that the shocks sit about halfway point, you know, right in the middle. So that's my Wraith, my little beast, and it is a fantastic truck. That's why I've never given up on it, and I keep upgrading and doing whatever it takes to get it to run right. Anyway, take care, guys. Thanks for tuning in.